welcome to this channel. Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj, what you, I, and what we all can learn from Nicki Minaj album success. Nicki Minaj Pink Friday 2 was number one, the number one album in the country. Not number one rap album, not number one urban album, not number one hip hop, R&B, number one album. She beat the likes of Taylor Swift, the likes of the Beyoncés, the like of the Drakes, and she dominated the charts. So how did she do this? How could this happen 13, 14 years after her debut album? How could she dominate at the age of 40, over 40, in a game that people say is a young man, a young woman's game? And how is she dominating when all the younger girls coming out and they only selling 5,000 a week, 10,000? They got millions of followers. Well, this is how she's doing it. Number one, she, regardless of whether you like Nicki or not, she is a dominant personality. You could tell that Nicki Minaj has a very, very high IQ. And Nicki Minaj is smart enough to have a good team. You may not see her team, but she has a good team behind her. I can guarantee you she has a huge team behind her that's working very hard and know what they're doing on working and pushing her brand. Also, Nicki knows how to use the internet properly. A lot of people, once they get to a certain level, and you see it in hip hop all the time, that when the internet, they can sell out the trunk, they can sell mixtapes, but once the internet came, they could not sell an album. So Nicki knows how to use the internet. Nicki also knows how to ask for something. Like I'm asking y'all to tap that like button. She went to her fan base and asked the Barbs to purchase the album, purchase everything around the album, purchase the bundle, asking people to support like people used to do. People used to go to radio, they used to go hit the scene, hit the streets or whatever, and ask people to buy the album, buy that album, purchase that album. Because if you don't ask somebody for something, most of the time we won't do it. What's the command? So all these younger girls coming and they think because they got their body shown on Instagram, somebody's gonna go buy their music. That's not why they're following you. They may be following you for all the shenanigans, but they may not be really, really fans. And Nicki has a real committed fan base. So she has a lot of people that's willing to go fight for her, and she's asking them to purchase. And her rollout was incredible. You cannot hate, no matter if you like this woman. This is not about like or dislike. Her rollout was second to none in these days. This is stuff people used to do then. She went to Casanat. Casanat, young guy, gamer. His audience is a total different audience than Nicki Minaj had. Nicki Minaj's audience is different from his audience. You might have some crossover, but it's a whole different thing. She knew she was smart enough. Her team was smart enough to put her there. That's how you do it. She going to the Joe Buttons. She going to the Ebros. She knows how to go on Instagram. She's promoting her on radio, building this thing up. She's in your face. You know that Nicki Minaj is dropping an album. She's just not out here. You got people way too cool. They sit there, male and female. They sit there and they don't be like, yeah, get that album. Promote that album. You got to promote the things. If you want to learn something from Nicki, learn that you have to promote yourself, but you also got to promote the product that you're selling. What are you selling? What is it that you do? And you have to promote it and let people know that that's what you have. If you coaching, you're doing credit repair, you got whatever you got going on, you got a business, you do hair, you got to get in people's faces. You can't be too proud to beg. You got to have that customer service. Nicki knows how to cater to her audience. She knows how to retweet, get in the comments and talk to people. No matter how much success she has, she make a family in her tribe. And they're going to support her because when she wins, they win. And that's how you have to do it online now. And that's why you see her. Listen, they said, she had 87,000, almost 100,000 pure album sales. I can easily Go online and just listen to the whole album if I want to listen to it. You could too. But people still took the time to purchase the album. That's ridiculous. These other girls are selling 5,000 in 1 week with millions of followers, people. They're not pushing themselves. They listen. This is why a lot of people end up with OnlyFans because they don't understand the business. Nicki understands the business. That's why she was able to dominate. But it's unheard of when you don't have to purchase something, but you purchase it. That's what Nicki Minaj is good at. That's what I want people to understand. And that's when you're trying to build something, whether it's content, whether it's a business, whether just build yourself, no matter your age. And she's showing you after 40 years old, you still can get out there and do what you got to do. You still can dominate. LeBron's showing you that. You can still dominate. And she's dominated. Whether you like the woman or not, that's not the point. You can't hate on success. She's out there pushing her album. She is pushing her album the old way. When there's other people they drop, it's people I like, they drop albums, they don't never tell you to buy it. They don't push their album. They think they post their album and say it's out in stores. Out in stores don't mean nothing. What you want me to do? What command do you want me to do? You out in stores. You think I'm gonna just go tell me it's out. It's out on these streaming platforms. So what you want me to do? Most people, we need to, we need someone to tell us. Like I'm telling you, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. It's a simple ask. There's nothing wrong with it. That's why she's dominating. And she can dominate to 50 if she keeps the same formula. If she just adjusts to whatever it is, she's going to dominate to 50. So if you don't like her and you trying to come up in the game, you're going to have to beat her at that game or be just as good. So that's what we can learn from her in our personal lives and whatever it is we trying to do as we move